is Adam, this is Vancity Audi, and this is the first track day of the 2020 racing season. Thank the racing gods, it's about damn time. Back to my roots, back to where I started this channel for all of you, to show what an RS3 can do on track. I got my Unitronic tuned TTE 700, still running the low torque stock motor file on E85. I haven't bumped it up, I'm not running the built motor file yet. But we're at Mission Raceway, it's about 1600 DA. They already started racing, I'm just gonna get my GoPros connected and we're gonna get out there and see what this baby can do. First time on track with this TTE 700 strapped onto this bad boy. I'm just driving around the outside perimeter just to get the oil temp up. It's been sitting for a bit as I got the car ready, got all the GoPros snapped on. It's been a while since I've done this. Got all my safety gear on. We're gonna see how this goes, how lenient they are, because I don't know if I'm gonna get kicked off or not. I don't have a roll cage, and according to NHRA track rules, if you are faster than 135 miles an hour or quicker than a 10.0, you need a full roll cage, and I don't have that. I got all my safety gear, everything's working, but we'll see. I don't know, guys. This is gonna be interesting. Woo! I'm excited. I'm nervous. It is toasty. It says 23 degrees outside Celsius, but it is really humid. So I feel like it's probably 1700 DA now, which is high. Well, for my standards, it's high. So we're gonna see how this goes. All right, I got the green. See how this goes. Wasn't crazy aggressive or anything, but it felt okay. What did Draggy say? Well, that is the question. Woo! Ugh, it's hot. A new personal best. On Draggy, 9.8 seconds at 140 miles an hour. Gonna go to the tower, grab my slip, and see how it compares to what the Draggy shows. Here's the first run, guys, a 9.8 at 141. My 60 foot was a 1.5. I could tell that I definitely didn't hook as well. And clearly not making as much power up top because the DA is quite high compared to what I'm used to, but not too shabby for my first run out. 9.81 at 141. I bet you I have a 9.7 or better in it today if I can get that launch down. Second run, guys, I didn't touch anything, didn't adjust tire pressure or anything. Gonna go out and try one more time, get a better burnout, and see if I can do better than the last run. Take two. It didn't shift cleanly. So that time I got a better burnout, but a worse 60 foot. I held down launch control longer. It's going to 3,500 and then 4 grand when you hold it down long enough because I'm on the radial or slick file for the track. Get out of third gear. And I noticed that it spinned a little more. So maybe what I did first time, not holding it down quite as much, but with a good burnout will net me a better result. But on draggy, a 9.9 at 140. Here's the second slip, guys. I managed a 152 60 foot. Definitely felt some slip in the front tires that time with the 4,000 RPM launch. 993 at 140.77. Definitely not as fast as I'd like to go. So a very nice gentleman from the track just putzed on over with his little motorbike and had a nice conversation with me, but that conversation was, sorry Adam, your RS3 needs a roll cage if you're gonna keep running 9s. So I ran 2 9s, they gave me a warning and basically said if I run one more 9, I'm done for the day. So I'm gonna lower my front tire pressure. I'm gonna wait for some other cars to really get dialed in and make sure their cars are running perfectly, and then I'll try to line up against them and get a race. That way we're off the light and I'm not trying to build the perfect boost, I'm just trying to race someone. I find that more enjoyable rather than chasing records all the time. I'm not even chasing records out today, there's no chance in hell I'll get a record, but 9.8 at 141 I feel like was what I said at the beginning to my buddies when I got here I thought I was gonna do today because it's pretty warm. But let the car sit, let my guys get their cars all settled in and operating as best they possibly can, and then I'll see if I can line up a race. All right guys, so I've watched a lot of the races, I've seen what kind of competition I have today, and sadly, the majority of cars here today are high 10, low 11 second cars. So no other cars are really gonna get me great footage except for my buddy Jaddy, his C6 twin turbo Corvette that I shared with you on social media a few days ago. The only problem is this is his first time behind the wheel ever of that vehicle. He's had about 4 or 5 launches, 4 or 5 runs. They're still test and tuning it. They're still seeing what kind of potential they can get out of it. I think they've had one decent clean run and ran about a 10.4, I think it was, like 144 or something like that. And that was turned up maybe 70% of the way. So there's more in it, and I want to line up against him for my final run before I get booted, but I really want to make sure his car is perfectly as good as he can get it before I race him. So I can't guarantee it's going to be a close race, especially if he doesn't launch well in bogs or whatever it may happen. It's a 6-speed he's rowing through, so I definitely have the advantage with my dual clutch, but we'll see how it goes. I'm just here to entertain you guys and see how fast I can get this TTE 700 going today. We'll see how it goes. So sadly, the Vet has had multiple runs, and seeing as this is the first day they've ever had it on a track, they're working out all the bugs. And because of that, it isn't really fair of me to race them today. It isn't fair. My car is very, very computer game-esque. Mat it, go, make sure you're shifting gears at the right time and you're good. He's rowing his own gears. That is a very, very custom build by Racing Greed. So we'll wait till hopefully later in the season, once they've really, really, really got it all optimized, then we'll get on the track. So what I've done is I've found a Hellcat owner who's been nice enough to race me. I think he's been running low to mid 10s today, so we'll just see the difference. I'm not trying to prove anything, I just want to show the comparison of a mid 10 second car compared to a high 9, which I hope to run now. So a very, very kind Hellcat owner has decided to race me. We already know where we kind of stand with speed, but he's been kind enough to line up against me. So it's basically a bolt-on Hellcat that has been running low to mid 10s today. We'll see what we can do. Time to get kicked off, boys. Come on. It's 1700 or 1800 DA right now, by the way. Come on!
From my view, that looked like a pretty good race. We took off evenly. Definitely didn't run very fast. This DA in the heat is killing me. Draggy shows a 9.9 at 139. So my worst run of the day. It only got hotter and hotter and hotter out here. And if that slip shows a 9-second quarter-mile run, I think I'm gonna get booted off the track.
What a great race. Thank you big time to that Hellcat owner. That was close, fun, evenly matched. 140 miles per hour. Look at how close that was. 0.4 of a second difference. Those are the kind of races that I love. Nice and close. Next time, he said he's gonna bring his slicks and hopefully he'll run a 9.8 or a 9.9 and we'll be dead even. 3 runs and done. 3 9-second quarter-mile passes. The car got slower and slower and slower as it got hotter and hotter out here, and that density altitude kept on creeping up. It got to about 1800 DA today. So great race between that Hellcat. That Hellcat has approximately 850 wheel horsepower, but as you guys know, Hellcats are very heavy cars. It's probably over 4,000 pounds. My car is probably like 3,100, 3,150 or something like that without my heavy ass in it. He's got 200 more horsepower than me. I got about 650. So now we got to get that roll cage installed. If we want to keep racing at Mission Raceway, this NHRA certified track, they have instructed me I have to have a roll cage. So that is next. That, and for all of you that have been patiently waiting, the built motor file. I'm finally gonna get every ounce of juice that I can squeeze out of this TTE 700 tuned by Unitronic on E85. I'll go back to racing greed, I'll get another dyno done, I'll see how much faster it makes my car, getting every last bit of power out of it. Thank you to everyone that watches the channel. I appreciate everyone's time. Until next time, guys, take care.